Dude, I don't know if the camera just caught that thing, almost bit my junk off. What's going on, guys? Lawson here. So today we are going to be throwing some monster swim baits in saltwater and to see how they work. This is a 9-inch Sebile Magic Swimmer. It's a 5-ounce swim bait, 2 big beefy treble hooks, and it's got a little blade tail right there for some extra flash and action. I think this thing is going to be a ton of fun. Throwing it on my big stick. We'll go over the setup in a little bit later, but the plan is we're going to throw this around for snook and jack and stuff like that, but I think where it's really going to honestly excel is barracudas. It's going to be like musky fishing in salt water, where we're going to be throwing these big giant swim baits, ripping them off points and structures or across flats, and I bet we can get some big cudas to smoke a big swim bait like that. But when we fish for cudas, we'll probably have to put on some steel, but we're going to save that for a little bit later. We're going to start off fishing for snook and jack and maybe see if we can hook a big monster snook on this swim bait. I'll be honest, if something hits this, it's probably going to be huge if it's going to be a snook or jack. But I am very excited to get this big bait chucking. We're going to get at it though. There's something insane going on right here. I was just driving and I could see, God, up in front of us, just massive schools of bait getting chased. I need to drop my freaking trolling motor in the water right now. There's something huge chasing some bait around up here. Oh my good God! What the hell? Dude, it's still on it, it's still on it. Boat, please don't come over here. It's gotta be a massive jack, dude. It swung at my freaking... No, boat, get lost, dude. Gosh dang it. Dude, I'm shaking right now. Whew, that's so freaking unfortunate timing. That boat just had to come through here, dude. I'm literally like, my legs are shaking right now. It's huge monster sized Jack Crevalle, and they're chasing mullet around. Hopefully they'll come back. This guy literally just like, such unfortunate timing of this dude coming through here. And I had 3 blow-ups. I don't know how they're not hooking up. I mean, they are monsters, and they're showing some really good interest in this thing, and I've only casted it 5 or 6 times now. Alright, let me show you what the deal is right now. So, I've been throwing this big swim bait around for a while for snook and didn't connect with anything. You know, I had those really huge jacks swing at it earlier right at the start, and that was insane. It would have been amazing to hook up with one of those. It just didn't happen. But what I've done here, we're going to start trying to throw for some barracudas, and I put on a steel leader right here. It's probably about a 6-inch steel leader, if you can even see that, attached to a big swivel that we're going to use and see if we can connect with a cuda. You know, typically I don't like using steel, even when I'm fishing for barracudas, because they can be so line shy, and I really have a hard time getting them to bite, but I don't want to lose this lure here. And it's the only one I have with me. Honestly, there's a very large chance if you're not running a steel leader, you're gonna get bitten off by a barracuda. So we're playing it safe today, and we're gonna throw that and see if we can connect with one. But I think this is where it's really gonna excel and shine. And I can even see when those big jack I was swinging at earlier, there's a few big old bite marks on this bait right here, which is very cool. But we're gonna get at it, start throwing and ripping this thing, see if we can connect with one of them saltwater muskies. Oh, God! I didn't see that one coming. He hammered it right next to the boat. He just didn't get the treble. Whew. That'll get your heart bumping right there. Oh, gosh! He just missed it right there. I let it sit still and he slammed it. They perfectly bit right in the middle of it and just didn't get any of the hooks. How is that even possible? Oh, there's one. Yeah, there it is. The little guy. I don't think he even knows what's going on yet. I think he just got a mouthful of really all this. He's wrapped. Oh, there we go. That's sweet. Hit spot lock. Not a very big one. I expected a much bigger fish to eat this than this, to be honest. Well, there that one goes. He was not happy with me. I can see him just swimming around down there now. He's good, but hey, there's our first fish on the big giant swim bait right there. And I think I finally figured out the action they really want to eat it. It's a rip, and let it pause. And when you rip a swim bait, it just turns sideways perfectly like that. And that's really been what seems to be drawing a lot of attention and what worked right there as well. You know, I would have liked to get a much better release on that fish than I did, but he was just freaking out and just made his way into the water. But that's awesome. We're gonna keep throwing. All right, I'm gonna take a quick moment and tell you what gear I'm throwing here. So, 400 Calcutta with a power handle that I put on here, and it's spooled with 80-pound braid. Serious stuff. Pretty much rope is what I have on here. Attached to an 8-foot 956 swim bait rod, a G Loomis swim bait rod. And I've had a lot of people ask me about this rod, like, because they can't find it online. I also can't find it online. I just happened to see it in a tackle shop, a local tackle shop I went into, and I bought it, and I've never seen another one like it, or since then. I don't know. But it's an 8-foot mag-heavy swim bait rod meant for throwing big swim baits like this from 3 to 8 ounces is what it's rated for, and it works extremely well for throwing flare hawks or bigger swim baits, stuff like that. So attached to the 80-pound braid, 50-pound fluorocarbon, about 70 to 50-pound fluorocarbon, and then about a 6-inch, 7-inch steel leader right there with about a 180-pound swivel to a haywire twist to another haywire twist right down there. And that's set up, man. And you know, you really do need a pretty heavy, stout rod to throw heavy baits like this, or you'll end up snapping your line. You know, that's what happens when you load a rod up too much with too heavy of a bait, and you whip it out, and if you get a backlash, that's how you snap your line real easy doing that. And so having the proper gear for throwing big baits can make a huge difference and make it go a long way. But that's what we're throwing today. But we're gonna keep throwing and see if we can connect with some backaroodies. Unfortunately, my GoPro died, and well, all my GoPro batteries died, so we're gonna be rocking from the main camera for now. What the hell? Did you see that? He just ran straight underneath the boat. Oh my god. If I didn't have such a heavy acting rod, he would have just snapped the rod. Sweet. Of course, I don't have the GoPro rolling, so you can't see this thing going absolutely berserk. Alright, there's fish number 2 on our big giant swim baits right there. Just about probably a 30-inch barracuda, not a huge one, but put an awesome fight up. I wish I had the GoPro, had enough batteries, because he was just going absolutely berserk on the side of the boat. But that's a very beautiful fish, man. And those teeth are just the best. Okay. Big one. Oh, this is a really good fish right here. Freaking see that jump right there? I might have to run around back with him. Oh, he's trying to do that duck. Gotta put a glove on for this one. It's always a good sign when I put my glove on. Dude, I don't know if the camera just caught that thing. Almost bit my junk off. Freaking giant. And look at that big old swim bait hanging out of his mouth. It wasn't his mouth, but he's shook it out into his head now though. Oh my God. Need any more proof right there that big swim baits work in salt water? That is an unbelievable fish right there. Ooh, I can barely talk. We're gonna get him back in the water real quick here. Oh my gosh. Gosh, was that freaking unreal or what? I put him on the tape. He was about 48 inches. Oh man, I wish my GoPros had any battery left, because that would have been really nice to be able to get the release and all that stuff. But oh man, that was a freaking amazing fish right there. Talking about big swim bait, putting in the work right there. He is destroyed. I'll have to do a close-up of this later. I mean, the amount of bite marks, like you can see all the paint bite marks on the sides of them like that, and there's like puncture holes in the top of them from that last cuda right there. That was a nice fish, man. That was insane. We're gonna call it a day right there, you guys. That was just awesome, and truly showing that these big swim baits obviously work in salt water using these big giant bass swim baits. I mean, that was just freaking insane, that last fish. And the barracudas, they just reacted to him so well. And that was one of the biggest barracudas I've caught in a long time. And normally I only throw tubes. And today we're throwing this big swim bait, and he demolished it. That was a freaking toad. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, that was just epic. But I'm done. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.